Four movies. Four movies is what Keanu Reeves did to revitalize his career and portray a character that is so legendary in John Wick 4 that it truly just defies explanation at just the intensity that the action genre needed of just sheer a blitzkrieg, if you will, of absolute excitement, redemption, old foes, new foes, morally gray characters, and everyone else. John Wick uncovers a path to defeating the High Table, but before he can earn his freedom, Wick must face off against a new enemy with powerful alliances across the globe and forces that turn old friends into foes. Chad and Keanu through Wick and Thin. And yeah, this is of course a 169-minute film from 2023. Now, something I haven't told anyone is that I had an uncle named Mike. And he really, really liked John Wick. And, you know, he was like, hey, Nick, you really need to see it. And I just, for whatever reason, never did. It wasn't, you know, he was excited to see number 4. Well, unfortunately, due to heart issues, he died in 2021, so unfortunately, he never got to saw it. So, Mike, I'm doing this in honor of you. This one's for you. This one feels like the closure of the quadrilogy, soon to be quintology, and just it's always seeming like there are ways of how to prevent it, but at the same time, it feels like this is the most, I guess one could say, artsy and one where everything is so saturated. So yeah. So of course there are 3. So given the action in this movie, what I've noticed is there are roughly 3 major set pieces. One in Tokyo, if I'm not mistaken. One that involves a German inside a casino, and 3, one that involves one that involves Paris. Of course, with these being the highlights, it's pretty much just a raid on Tokyo, if you will, because they helped excommunicado John Wick, and just involves pretty much just both sides just going absolute crazy on each other with all the billings, murderings, and assassinations, if you will. Yes, I just did that, and it's just so. I got a little bit of vibes from The Last Samurai, just a little bit. At the same time, it's when everyone's life is on the line. Let's just have swords, crossbows, and everything else. I'm like, yes, please have more of this. Let's have a duel go on between the leader and one of the new people that were brought in for this, Caine, Caine, because he carries a cane, no relation of Michael. Someone had to make the joke. And this one was really good. The intensity, the drama, I'm like, oh yes, yes, yes. Let's have some like glass display cases get shattered. That would typically take out anyone except for Mr. Wick himself. Let's have some great stylized action. Let's have long takes upwards of like 15 seconds, I would say, anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds. Let's have for anyone's let's have the second set taking place in, what the heck did I just say it was? In like where this over the top hilarious German guy who is arguably the most annoying character in the film, but delightfully annoying, which I like. And he will not go down. He runs, and of course there's everyone dancing who's probably as high as balls on who is truly feeling the LSD effects when they're dancing. But then here's this guy running around, and finally when he gets murdered, it's so good, especially with an intensive intensive poker game. And of course the guy cheats by getting 5 in a row with 5 different twos compared to when there's Mr. Nobody and Kane who's at the table, and I'm like, I can't wait to I just can't wait to see. I can't wait to see this prick just get billed, you know. So, yeah, that was very great. You know, it's like moving around, waiting for him to pass on. Everyone's using their own techniques of canes, various ways of how to just eliminate the foes, including a dog. Yes, the dog is coming in with a great theme, if you will. How it's also the unifier that's going on with Mr. Nobody and Wick, which I really liked. And you know, the guy and the owner is like, he's got the bang bang bangs, he's got the skills, and he actually makes the contract increase dramatically. So that was interesting, because holy smokes. And of course, the last one where when they are in Paris is ludicrous. It's bonkers. It is, of course, video game inspired, with where the camera zooms out, it pans, it goes around. We see our hero just walk through and just eliminate everyone, and the camera does not let up. So that must have been some large number of takes in order to get that to happen. Of course, it's all stylized with the saturated colors. Everything is soaked in beautiful neon, and they do this twice, and it is just so great. And of course, there's this the other. Of course, there was like the German guy. He was an over the top guy, and then there's this guy with a goatee. He's a schmuck, and we just want him to just really just pass on. And it's like he's leading them through the car chases in the streets of Paris and everything else, and you know, it's like he just will not get billed, you know. So this movie does it very fantastically at making villains that are over the top and not. It's like it felt like, hey, this movie is almost 3 hours long. Let's have all the motifs of villains that we like and do that. And of course, we finally get to the very end where we have the duel that was going on. What is this, the 1700s? Between a very annoying individual who just so happens to be French. One person that was annoying. That's it. And a duel going on where they have this other person, I forgot what his role was, who pretty much is just an overseer of everything going on. And it is done so poetically, and it is truly an epic scene. And not epic fail crap. Screw that. This is epic of the highest order that would make even the high table itself seem, well, not as epic, if you will. So there's that. And it's just like, I like this. But it almost 3 hours long. You need to split this movie into two. That's like the big gripe with it, is it's just so long, and it's just, I don't know, because when he's also trying to climb up the stairs, 222 steps, it's like, yeah, I can see it. That almost does feel like a video game. It's starting to get into video game territory a little bit, which I have no problem with, but I could see the influence happening. So make of that what you will. Ultimately, in the end, Wick manages to receive his freedom, and we see his dog and everything else, but yeah, you can infer what happens, because yeah, this movie is just absolutely great, with truly intense car crash scenes, characters that stand out, the drama is high, the sets are incredible to look at, and it's just, oh my word. I just think, like, you know, with the theme of in honor of the dead, and like those who cling to life are dead, and those, like, you know, it's like kind of, what is that, having sympathy for the dead and having sympathy for life and things like that was the motif, and how dogs, like, you know, kind of are a unifier of some people, and ultimately there are going to be some schmucks out there who get their just desserts. Things like that. I mean, it's not like the deepest of things, but yeah, I think this is the last movie that we're going to see with Wick himself. I mean, Keanu Reeves is 60 years old. You know, he did a really fantastic job, but ultimately, there's the ballerina spinoff in number 5, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, incredible quadrilogy. This movie is freaking fantastic, minus it being a little too long and a couple of video game-ish part scenes. So yeah, John Wick 4, highly recommended.